Okay, we're live now. Gonna give it a few minutes. I'm live on YouTube. I'm live on YouTube, live on Facebook. I'm gonna give it a few minutes for people to jump on. Gonna talk about something that we've been looking at, and I won't say investing in because we don't do investments. This is not a security. This is barter coins, trade options. If you're familiar with cryptocurrency. If you're familiar with cryptocurrency, this is not an investment. This is not an MLM, not multi-level marketing. This is strictly learning. Barter coins, trade options, called Troptions. I'm gonna give it a few minutes. Everybody share this video out because the bottom line is, if you missed Bitcoin, I had a chance with Bitcoin, didn't do it, and I kick myself every day. But if you missed Bitcoin, you definitely don't want to miss this, and I'm gonna go over some reasons of why you don't want to miss this. If you're watching this live on Facebook, please put a 1 in the comments so I'll know that you're watching it live and not the replay. YouTube, please do the same thing. We're going to be going over a few things. I'm gonna give it another couple of minutes. It's actually 9:29. I'm gonna give it another minute or two that more people jump on. Please post a 1 if you're watching this live, and we're gonna start and share this because we're trying to help our people. We're trying to help our people learn these things, investments. Now, this is not an investment, but I'm just saying we're trying to help our people learn investments, multiple streams of incomes, learning how to barter. And the barter system has been around a very, very, very long time, So we're going to talk about some crypto things, digital currency. Now, I'm gonna put this in relation to so people can understand this thing. Okay, people can understand this. Bartering and crypto, digital currency. A lot of people, I can remember back in the mid 80s, I want to say, I went to college and at the DeVry Institute in Atlanta, Georgia. Didn't know much about money, didn't know much about checking accounts, didn't know much about things like that. My parents dropped me off down there, got me a bank account, and they gave me this little plastic card. And I didn't know what it was for. I mean, the only thing I thought about is a card. They said it had money on it that I could spend it. I didn't know the concept of a bank. You had to go put money in the account. My parents put a large sum of money on it. I was buying up everything, that card. But my parents told me then, and they told me now, it took them a long time to understand. It took them a long time to understand the concept of a debit card. They were used to just going to the bank, putting their cash in the bank, and whenever they needed it, going back and getting the cash. My mother said she did not want a credit card. She wanted the cash in her hands, because she didn't understand this little card. She did not understand it. Same thing with cell phones. My father had a chance to invest in the first AT&T cell phone tower back in the early 80s, before cell phones came out. Didn't understand it. He said there'll never be people walking around with cell phones. Who gonna walk around with a phone in their hand when you got a home phone? He had a chance to invest in the first AT&T tower. Didn't do it. So fast forward to today. You understand the concept about the debit card. Most people didn't understand debit cards back in the early 80s. They wanted the money in their hand. Well, cash went from a piece of paper to a card where we can, now use the card, right? Now, everybody has debit cards. You can't live without the debit cards. Everybody has it. Y'all share this. Please put a 1 in the comments if you're watching this live on Facebook or YouTube. Please put a 1 if you're watching this live, so I know that you watched the live stream. And please share this out because a lot of people need to understand crypto. Now, I'll let you know up front, I am not a financial advisor. I am not a CPA. I'm just someone learning this industry also, along with my home-based business, my econ, which teaches you, multiple streams of income. It teaches you, and I would not have gotten this far if it were not for mentors like Bless Ellis, Martina Britt Yelverton, Brian Beans, June Colliers, those people. And they've opened up my eyes to residual income. They've opened up my eyes to learning this thing. So, if you don't understand crypto, and again, I'm gonna say I am not a crypto genius. I am by far not a crypto, how would you say, the greatest in crypto. I'm learning this right now. But as I told people a long time ago, when I learn information that can better ourselves, I like to put it out to let people understand. I like to let people at least get a little bit of information where they can go make an educated decision, do some research. So we're going to talk a little bit about this. Y'all share this out because a lot of people need to understand this, because if you missed Bitcoin, YouTube, Facebook, if you missed Bitcoin, Twitter, you cannot miss this. And you missed Bitcoin because you didn't understand Bitcoin. You missed it because you didn't understand digital currency. I missed it because I didn't understand digital currency. I didn't understand how, this online virtual coin can produce real life cash for me. But now that I'm starting to learn this and as I said, I'm not saying I have invested in it, because investment is not the term, because this is not a share. This is not securities. This is a non-security thing, but this is a barter coin system. Okay. Just like you take cash and you go to the grocery store and spend it. Same with Bitcoin. A lot of people know that, you can go to certain companies, certain businesses where they accept crypto, they accept Bitcoin. Well, guess what? Troptions, in my opinion, from researching and listening, in my opinion, and everything I'm about to give you, is my opinions on the system based on facts that I know from listening and being on the webinars and learning from the crypto masterminds. In my opinion, Troptions will be bigger than Bitcoin a lot sooner. Troptions it stands for trade options, okay? Trade options. Once again, it is not a security. It is not a stock, a share, anything like that. It's simply a barter coin, an online digital coin, a virtual coin, okay? And it has a ceiling on it. There are only going to be so many Troptions available, y'all. It's only going to be so many Troptions available. Now imagine this. Imagine supply and demand, right? First of all, about Bitcoin. You see where Bitcoin went from and what it is now, okay? So imagine supply and demand. Imagine you have 1,000 coins of anything, and I want 500 of them, right? And the only way I can get it is to go through you, is to buy them from you. The only way I can use these coins is to buy them from you, where I can spend them in other places, because I can't get them from the place because they're bartered out. They're all topped out. They're all been bought out. So I want some to use. Okay. So now here we go. Imagine I have those coins. The price is set. I can sell you those coins. Now remember, cash. Everybody is afraid of this industry because it's not cash. But what we don't realize is if you take $100 cash and put it in your bed, put it up under your mattress, what are you gonna have next month? What are you gonna have in 6 months? You're gonna have $100, right? That $100. And realistically, after a year or so, because of what? Inflation, $100 under your mattress doesn't really equal that $100. It's gonna equal somewhere around in the 90s because of inflation. I mean, everybody understands that. If you take $100, put it under your mattress, let it sit there to next year, it's gonna still be that same $100 bill. However, it's not gonna equal the same 100 that it did when you put it under there because of inflation. So understand that. Now, on the same token, if you took 100 Troptions and you purchased them, let's just say you purchased them at $5 a piece, right? And you got those Troptions in your wallet, in your virtual wallet, okay? Those Troptions in next month, that 100 Troptions could be worth 200. It could be worth 500. No, now remember, one Troption equals X number of dollars. So let's just say it cost you we just say that one Troption, okay? You got one Troption at $5 and you put it in your virtual wallet. Well, next month, that Troption could be worth $10. That Troption could be worth $20. In 6 months, it could be worth $50. Y'all see where I'm going? 50 to 100. Cash is only going to depreciate. Crypto is going to appreciate. So here's the dilemma that we face as a people. We are so content with using cash and understanding the cash system in this ecosystem of life, right? We spend cash everywhere. And remember, cash is hard to get, but easy to spend. Keep that in mind. Cash is hard to get, but easy to spend. So we are so content and so bent on holding cash in our hands and putting cash in the bank and using cash everywhere we go that we don't understand that the cash depreciates. It depreciates. So that means I'm holding this money in my bank, getting less than 1% of interest, which is only gonna keep it to that same amount next year. Because if I put it in the bank and I'm getting 0.75% interest, next year, I got $1 and some change, $1.03, $1.05. Well, A whole year is gone by though. So that $1.05 still equals only that dollar from last year. Do you understand that part? Cash depreciates, whereas crypto appreciates. So you got to understand, we got to stop being scared because of what, the banks and everything want you to be scared. They don't want you to do that. They don't want you to do this. Okay. So you got to understand that, we have to keep digital currency. Had you bought in Bitcoin when it first came and it was low in the low dollars, but now it's up, I don't even know where it is now, $5,000-$6,000 a coin, right? Imagine if you had 100 coins or 1,000 coins back then. Because see, here's where we're going with digital currency. Digital currency soon will be the currency to use because it only appreciates. Now we have, why are we speaking about Troptions now? If y'all are not familiar with my econ, Mr. Brian Bean out of Atlanta, Georgia, he's researched this for a long time. See, Troptions filed with the SEC back in 2004. That means they actually have a company. They actually have a CEO. There's actually someone tangible that you can meet, talk to, right? Well, Bitcoin was based off of all hype. It's all hype, right? It could burst at any time, balloon burst. It's all about supply and demand, right? It's all about supply and demand. So with Troptions, they actually filed with the SEC in 2004. They actually have sponsored a NASCAR team. Now, everybody who understands NASCAR knows how hard that is to do, to sponsor a NASCAR team, because they know, millions of people are going to watch them cars running around that track. So you're advertising to millions. So you just can't walk up and say, I want to put your corporation and say, I want to sponsor a NASCAR team. It's not that simple. Troptions has done that. Now, imagine this one thing. Imagine this one thing before I get into this. Imagine owning one Troption coin at $100. Then imagine next year or 2 years down the road or whatever, Visa comes out with a smart card, a Troptions smart card fingerprint reader on their card. Imagine Visa gets into this. Because remember, the bank, see, right now, the banks are not into it. Big corporations are not into it. It's not out in big businesses right now. So guess what? Crypto, certain crypto, Troptions is easy to get right now. Understand it, it's easy to get right now. Meaning the marketplace is not saturated. The coins have not reached their limit of being bought, right? So you can get it $100 or less because there's different tiers to this. We have Troptions .aus Australia. Now they went from $10 to $2,500 quickly, right? That's what they're using there. $10 to $2,500 quickly. Now imagine they have Troptions Gold and Troptions Gold. Troptions Gold being, one's for business and real estate, one's for everyday use. All right. So just imagine this coin that you're using. Visa comes out with using your coin on their smart card with fingerprint reader, meaning you actually have to have a pulse. You actually got to be alive to use this thing because it has to read your pulse on your fingerprint to use it. And imagine you owning coins, barter coins. That's what Troptions are. Troptions are barter coins. Imagine you owning barter coins in that system that Visa is now using, right? Now also imagine countries, because there are countries right now that are in works, in negotiations to use Troptions as their only source of currency. Come on, their only source of currency. Now imagine this. Imagine you have 100 Troptions now. And in a year, 2 years, even 5 to 10 years. Because here's what a lot of people don't understand. People get so consumed on, well, it's going to take this long to make a lot of money. It's going to take this long. Yet you're working a job for 20, 30 years. And by God's grace, hopefully you're still here in 5 to 10 years. You still got to be here. You still got to live. So if it takes me 5 to 10 years for this to turn from $100 to $5,000, I still got to be here anyway, right? So why not just use that and go with it? My children's children will be taken care of, right? So we're building long-term wealth. Now we're taking these Troptions and building what we call an ecosystem. But imagine having your Troptions now, your digital currency, your crypto now, because remember what I said back and forth when we first started. Back in the mid 80s, them debit cards, not too many people wanted to use debit cards. They wanted their cash in their hand. Now everybody has debit cards, right? First it was cash. Then people walked around with traveler's checks, right? Traveler's checks. They didn't want the debit cards because they didn't understand it. They didn't trust it. They said a plastic card with all my money on it, with all my money. I'd rather have the physical currency, the physical American Express traveler's check in my hand where I could exchange it for cash. It took years for people to really gravitate to debit cards, right? But now look at it. Now look at it. Imagine had you invested in the debit card system, in building debit cards, or somehow invested in Visa, MasterCard, American Express. Had you invested back then in those cards, the stock. Now, remember what I said, Troptions is not a stock. This is not an investment. This is simply purchasing barter coins that's going to increase in value over time. If I buy 5 barter coins right now, and let's just say I pay $100, that's $500 that my coins are worth. Well, next year or in 6 months, those coins are not worth 500 anymore. They're worth 700 in 6 months. Can my cash do that? Can my cash in the bank do that? No, it can't. Digital currency appreciates, cash depreciates. Now, what's going to drive the value of our digital currency up? Because see, now everybody wants to get in crypto. Everybody wants this now. The government, remember what I said, the government, banks, big business, they're not involved in it yet. What's going to happen when big banks, the government gets involved in it and they start regulating it, but you are stocked up on it? Remember, you can only get it Troptions from a Troptions holder. You can't just go to the bank right now and say, I want to buy some Troptions. Can't do that. Got to get them from me. You got to get it from Troption holders. But imagine being the first to invest in this. Or not invest. Imagine being the first to buy online barter coins that can be used to purchase things. Now I'm explaining to you how this works, how the value goes. This is the meat of it right here, okay? Let's just say I own a shoe store, and you come to my shoe store and you want to buy a pair of shoes, $100. Right? Okay. And you ask me, well, hey, listen, do you take crypto? And I'm like, no, I take cash and credit. What's crypto? And you tell me, you explain to me what Troptions is. Y'all see me keep looking away because I'm live on 2 different platforms. So I'm, kind of speaking to both platforms, YouTube, well, 3 platforms, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. So forgive me if I'm slipping away. But imagine you coming in and you ask me, do you take crypto? And I say, what is that? And you explain to me what Troptions is. Now, you say, no, right now, remember what I said, Troptions is easy to get, hard to spend. Why? Because not a lot of businesses accept crypto right now. Some businesses accept Bitcoin because they see Bitcoin. They saw how Bitcoin went from 0 to where it is now. So they're accepting it. They know it's going to rise. Well, Troptions, in my opinion, is going to do that exceedingly. But imagine you going and explaining to me what Troptions is, trade options. So I say, okay, I'll take 20% of the $100 in Troptions, because you just told me, and remember, I didn't say $20. I said 20%. We don't assign a dollar value to it because you can buy them in different increments, right? But I will take 20% of the sale in Troptions. So I take 20% of that sale, of that $100 sale, which is going to be $20, 20% of that sale, $20 in Troptions. Because I realized after you explained to me that $20 of Troptions that I took could, by tomorrow, by next week, by next month, equal $40. See, if I took the whole $100 in cash, next month, what am I going to have? $100. But if I took 20% of that sale, you gave me $80 in cash, but I took 20% of that sale, $20 worth in crypto, in Troptions. Well, guess what? Next month, I'm going to have what? $80. But I'm going to have that $20 at 20% in Troptions, which could then be equal $40 or $100. So I've gained money through my Troptions. I ain't made any money through my cash. The cash is just the cash. But that Troptions has increased in value. See, remember, Crypto appreciates, cash depreciates. You're able to purchase something with a Troption, or better yet, you're able to sell something with a Troption for X number of dollars, and next month, because of the community, because of business, that Troption, and because of people purchasing Troptions, the bartering system, that Troption is now worth $40. Now, see, here's the thing a lot of people are going to ask. A lot of people are going to ask this, and you got to stop thinking, you got to stop thinking this way. Can I take my Troptions and cash them out? We don't use the term cash out because, see, you got to understand, if you got 40 Troptions and it's worth 100, or you got one Troption and it's worth $100, but you bought that Troption for 20. Why would you go? You're going back down. You can convert it back down to cash, but you're going backwards. You're going backwards. Why would I take a Troption that I purchased for $20 and now it's worth 100? Then I go sell it for 25, 30, or I go sell it for 100 when next month it's worth 150 or 120. Remember, where can you get that type of appreciation? You can't get it at a bank. So understand this. When banks catch on to this, when financial institutions catch on to this wave, and trust me, they're going to catch on to this wave. The government will catch on to this wave. When they do, you're going to wish you had not have converted. You're going to wish that you had not gone back down cash. Because eventually, just like the debit cards, banks and the world are going to be on Troptions, are going to be on cryptocurrency. Now understand this. I'm going to remember what I said. I see your question, Natalie. Now, and I'll explain it to you after this. But remember what I said. Now, Troptions are hard to get now. Are easy to get now. Cash is hard to get, easy to spend. You're at the beginning stage where Troptions is easy to get, but eventually it's going to be hard to get, easy to spend. See, we're building what we call an ecosystem. We're building a platform of businesses that accept a percentage of their sale in digital currency and Troptions, right? So eventually, as it spreads, the more it spreads, the harder it's going to be able to get. The more cash became prevalent, the harder cash came to get. That's why everybody can't be a millionaire. If everybody's a millionaire, then nobody's a millionaire. So understand this. Eventually, digital currency, Troptions is going to be just like American Express. What's that commercial? Accepted everywhere. Don't leave home without it. Because everybody's investing. You already see Visa is investing. I'm sorry, I keep saying investing because I'm so used to my stocks and shares. Visa is part of the system, is becoming part of the system. As I said, there are countries that are in negotiations to use Troptions as their only currency source. That alone right there should tell you, you can't afford not to do this. You missed Bitcoin. Everything I'm telling you is researchable. You missed Bitcoin. You can't afford to miss this. Now, if you're not familiar with Mr. Brian Bean out of Atlanta, Georgia, he's part of a radio show in Atlanta called Real, and the internet address is real1100.com, REAL1100.com. Every Tuesday and Thursdays at 3:00 Eastern time, he does his segment breaking down Troptions. He had the CEO of the company is there. Name is also Brian. I forget his last name. Forgive me. I forget his last name, but he's on the radio show too. You can go back to my Facebook page and scroll down to yesterday's broadcast. And why? The people, we're calling Troptions the people's currency. The people's currency. Okay? You gotta understand this thing. I'm sorry. The people's crypto. I say the people because it sounds good too, the people's currency, but it's the people's crypto. And you can go to thepeoplescrypto.com. Now, understand this. Brian Bean, if you can see this on Facebook, youngest millionaire in my econ, Brian Bean talks about trade options. Cash is depreciating, crypto is appreciating. He's talking income shifting, personal growth, crypto. Okay? You cannot afford, or YouTube, I'm sorry. You cannot afford to not understand this information. Okay? You cannot afford to not understand this information. Now I want to read you something. With your money sitting in the bank making less than 1% interest, why are you afraid to do something different? Why are you afraid to do your money? Go to your bank, ask them how much is your money getting in return? Because it's all about return of investment, right? Realistically, you are investing your money into the bank. Why do I say that? Because when you put your money into a bank, they take your money and loan it out. So you're investing it in hopes of a return, which we call interest at the bank, which is generally less than 1%, unless it's an online bank like Ally or something, which gives you a little bit more because they don't have the overhead, right? It's strictly online. So they give you a little bit more interest. But you're putting your money in the bank, getting your money can double. Your money can, double. Now remember, cash does what? Cash depreciates. Troptions, crypto appreciates, right? It appreciates. Okay. If you have, this is from one of my business partners, Martina Britt Yelverton. If you have Bitcoin, which is the current value downward, you might want to start purchasing Troptions, which is going up. Sorry about that, YouTube, and lost connection for a minute. Okay. Bitcoin was filed, Troptions was filed with the SEC in 2004, and they are recognized as a product used to buy, sell, and trade. Buy, sell, and trade. Okay, they have a sponsored NASCAR team. There are countries that are looking at Troptions as their only source of income. Imagine holding Troptions when the country decides to make it their only source of currency, right? Imagine that. Imagine it. Think about this. $300 in cash is $300 cash tomorrow. But $300 in Troptions could be $400 tomorrow. Remember, cash depreciates over time. Digital currency, crypto, Troptions appreciates. Just like the stock market. You're going to have days where you actually, your Troptions cash, your Troptions value has gone down a little. But it's just like the stock market, which does what? Up and down. But guess what we know about the stock market? It always rebounds. It's constantly going upward. It is never going to go, well, it did crash, but what's the chances? Right? So that's, we think of Troptions digital currency that way. It may go down one day, $5, $10, $20. But guess what? It's going to rebound. It has no choice but to rebound. My cash can't do that. My cash can't rebound like that. My cash simply goes down over time, right? Simply goes down. See, Troptions gives you options. Now I'm going to show y'all something. As soon as I find it. My Troptions that well, I guess. This is what I brought. Here we go. I posted it on my Facebook page, y'all. Purchased 3 Troptions on the 23rd and the 25th of October, totaling $348.16. My wallet value now sits at $541. That's $193.68 in cash value in 7 days. Y'all see that X Troptions Gold and Troptions Gold. See, I don't have Bitcoin in this wallet, right? But see what X Troptions Gold 3.0, that means I purchased 3 Troptions, right? That gave me $348. It took me $348.16. Wallet value now sits at what? $541.84. That's $193, almost $194 in 7 days. YouTube, I get my camera right. There we go. That's $194 in 7 days cash value. Now, will that go up? Yes. Will it go down? Yes. But it's going to always do what? Appreciate. It's going to continue to appreciate. And how do we make our Troptions appreciate even more? Raise in value. What do? we go out and we talk to business owners. It's a simple conversation. Remember, you're on the front end. You're actually building Troptions. You're actually building this. You're on the front end of this. So you're talking to business owners. Now, I'm not talking about, you going to McDonald's or Applebee's and things like that. Corporations, nah, they're simply not going to do it right now. You got to go through the red tape and the franchisee, all that stuff. And, I'm talking about talking to the normal, your city, normal mom and pop stores where you walk into the little shoe store or whatever, and you see the actual owner there. The small stores, you walk into the beauty salon, the barber shop, places like that, where you actually see the owners, right? And you ask them when you get your bill, hey, do you accept crypto? Well, no, just cash and debit. Well, you need to accept a percentage. Remember, I keep saying a percentage in crypto. And you explain to them why. Why are you doing it? Because you're now building your value. And they're probably not going to do it right then. But you planted the seed. See, it's all about planting seeds, y'all. Just like in my econ business. All I do is plant seeds. I don't take anything personal. Somebody tells me no, okay, no. I know what I'm doing for my family's wealth. I know what it has done for us. We just moved into a brand new house. Okay, I know what I'm doing. I know what I am doing for my family. So don't take anything personal. You're building your wealth. You're building your wealth. But you're building a community, what we call an ecosystem of businesses that's going to increase the value of your crypto, of your Troptions. How is it doing that? Because you're planting that seed in that business owner's mind because you told them and you've given them the information to go to. You've given them how it works, right? They understand Bitcoin, how it grew. So you're telling them that if they accept a percentage of that sale in crypto, then that percentage can potentially increase or even double overnight. They already know their cash can't do that. So you're planting that seed. They're going to research it. They're going to be like, oh, wow, man, I can actually take a percentage, not all of it yet, but a percentage in crypto, and that increases in value. Now my crypto in value. Right? They have, and then you're adding businesses to our ecosystem. And as our ecosystem grows, what happens? As our ecosystem grows, Troptions over time becomes what? Harder to get because it's running out. As it becomes harder to get, that means it's what? The value is going from here to here. The value has increased. Well, you want to be the one that has it here, but it's worth here. See, once the value gets way up here, you don't want to be that person trying to get it then. Because that's just like trying to go out and buy Bitcoin right now, where you have to go get a bank loan to get some. You want to be the one that bought it when it was here. You want to be the one that actually built the community. See, Brian Bean, the youngest millionaire in my econ, he has bought and sold cars for crypto. Let me make sure I got this right. If I'm not mistaken, and somebody, I'll make sure, but he bought a Mercedes, or he either bought or sold a Mercedes for the equivalent of $7 US cash. Now, just by doing deals with crypto, he has bought cars using crypto. He has done deals using crypto, which I'm about to start doing because why? I want my crypto value. I want our crypto value to do what? Increase. And I want it to increase exponentially quickly. So I want businesses to start accepting a percentage. I'm not going out hassling anybody. I'm just strictly having a conversation. Hey, do you accept crypto? Well, let me show you why you should be accepting Troptions. Let me show them about the NASCAR. Let me show them about the Visa. Let me show them about the countries. Let me show them how crypto works. Let me show them that banks and big government has not gotten involved. It has not regulated it yet. So you want to be on it now. You want to be in on it now. So if I'm about done with what I wanted to say a little bit on this. I'm just once again, I told you, I'm just putting out information because I don't want anyone to say, man, you knew about this and you didn't tell me this, because people are struggling. People are struggling to hold on to that last dollar when they shouldn't be. They should be struggling to hold on to crypto. They should be struggling to buy crypto because that you're struggling to hold on to that dollar and you keep that dollar for a year and it's not even a dollar anymore. It got the same physical appearance, but it's not a dollar anymore. It's less than that. Understand the crypto community, understand the Troptions, what we have. Now, the website again is thepeoplescrypto.com. If I invited you to this, if you came to this off my page, get in touch with me if you want to get yours, because you have to get it from somebody in there. Go to thepeoplescrypto.com, thepeoplescrypto.com, set up your free account, right? Set up your free online virtual wallet, follow the steps, watch the video at the front so you can get a better understanding from Mr. Brian Bean himself. Contact me and get your crypto. I want to say, I can't even remember. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Set up your free account, your free wallet, and get your crypto. You can buy them. You have to buy them in at least $100 increments. Okay. I mean, $100 or more, not increments, so $100 or more. All right. Get your crypto and use my referral ID so you can get it. I want to say my referral ID is, you put my name. Oh, that's not the right email. You put my name in, Kirk Wheeler, and then my referral ID is TR, T as in Tom, R as in Romeo, 15089. TR, and I'm gonna put it in the comment section right here. My referral is TR 15089. Now, remember, this is not network marketing. This is not direct sales. This is not an MLM. This is strictly becoming part of a bartering system, a digital currency system. Okay? Go to the People's Crypto, thepeoplescrypto.com. Get your free, set up your free account, set up your free wallet. Get your crypto now. You want to be the one that gets that crypto and has it now versus later when it's, a staggering amount. All right. Anybody have any comments or questions? Please share this information to your timeline. Share it out so people can understand this and get it, because remember, debit cards weren't prevalent back in the early 80s. And guess what they are now? Bitcoin was brand new. Didn't have anything attached to it, was all bubble hype. But look at it. Look at it now. You wish you would have bought into that. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people on here that heard about Bitcoin but didn't do it because they were scared. Well, look at it now. Don't miss Troptions. Go to thepeoplescrypto.com, do some research. Log on every Tuesday and Thursday to the Brian Bean Show on www, and I'll put this in the thing, www.real1100.com at 3 p.m. Eastern to watch Mr. Brian Bean talk about crypto, CRYPTO, and Troptions. All right. Let me back that out. And Troptions. All right. There you go. So any questions or comments, put them in the chat box. Same thing, YouTube. Any questions or comments, put them in the chat box. I'll get back to you on that. You definitely do not want to miss this Troptions platform. You do not want to miss this. Get back with me. Send this video out to your family and friends, because just think, if you're all invested in Bitcoin, if you're not invested at all, purchase Bitcoin. Now remember, Troptions is backed by NASCAR. It filed with the SEC back in 2004. Current countries are currently in negotiations to use Troptions as its only source of income, only source of currency. Imagine where you would be when a country uses Troptions for their currency. Imagine where your family would be. Visa is already coming out with a smart card. Imagine where your family would be if you get into Troptions, to the bartering system. Again, I thank you for your time. Share this out. Any comments, questions, put them in the chat box. I'll get back with you. If you want to talk to me personally, my phone number is in the chat box. Call me, text me, whatever, and we'll get you more information. Have a great day.